Hey folks, in this interview, we're celebrating a birthday. Duggal Visual Solutions is celebrating a very significant milestone in the evolution of the company. This is TWiP. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of This Week in Photo. I'm your host, Frederick Van Johnson. As I said in the tease there, friend of the show, Duggal Visual Solutions, is celebrating a birthday. And I've got Heather Griffin. She's a VP of marketing over there on the hot seat to talk to us about what that means for the company, what the evolutionary path that the company's taking is, and what are some of the products that these guys are pumping out there. So Heather, welcome to This Week in Photo. How's it going?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. So you're surrounded by prints. So that's your world, right? the world, and I call it, on This Week in Photo, I call it the battle between atoms and electrons, right? So a lot of photographers these days restrict or constrict themselves to electrons. So it's all Instagram, it's Facebook, and, I don't need resolution because I'm not going to print anyway. You guys are taking a different tack at that. And as we do on This Week in Photo a lot, we talk about how printing in a lot of ways is the punctuation at the end of a sentence that is the art. Do you guys feel the same way before we get into a little bit of history of the company?
Sure. I mean, I definitely believe that the capturing is a lot easier for people today. Digitally, you have your cameras on your phone and you're capturing. But a lot of times people forget that you can really bring it to more life by having prints, and photo prints tend to have a lot longer archivalness to it than a lot of the digital equipment out there. If your phones, as you know, year after year, they're constantly upgrading, but prints, they have, many people will say 50 to 100 to even 200 years of life. So a lot of times having a print, from a photo print to a Vibrochrome or into any of the archival photo or inkjet materials, there's a lot more longevity for your memories.
Yeah, I agree. And people, it's like when in California, we're plagued by fires, right? So there's you
Right.
see these stories of people that the first thing that they rush to save out of the homes is usually the prints, the pictures, and those sorts of things that are priceless and not replaceable. So from the standpoint of, and I want to take this interview down the tack of why someone would want to print, other than the archival piece of it, should they be in the mindset like we're talking advanced amateur photographers or amateur photographers and professionals? Should they be in the mindset of shooting for the wall or for a space, and then everything else is sort of ancillary to that, like Instagram, Facebook, and all that? Or should it be just completely separate tacks where, I'm going out to shoot landscapes and that's going on my living room wall, or I'm going to give it away as a Christmas present. But this stuff over here is kind of junk food photography, so I'm gonna leave that on social. Where do you fall on that?
Well, I know probably a lot of people have different opinions. I guess for me is you're out there, you're shooting. I don't think you need to think about the end result of what you're shooting until you've captured it. I think a lot of times you might look at a photo that you captured on your phone. You might have been just out and about, but you look at it and you're like, wow, this is amazing. This could be a gift to my family, or maybe this is something that I could submit for a portfolio review or a gallery show. You don't really know all the time. And I think, like I was saying, is you have your digital device or your digital camera a lot of times with you or out and about. You could capture a moment that you're just not expecting. I do believe that it's very important for photographers or designers or anyone who's looking to create something in print to learn about the technology, but also partner with print shops. It's something we do a lot of talks and introductions to photographers year after year. It's just how important it is to connect with your printer. The printing industry, such as the staff and technicians here with decades of experience in photo printing and reproduction of photos, we can work with photographers on finding the right medium or the right size and a lot of things like that, which may just stem from what you happen to capture.
Yeah, I think that's important because as a photographer, part of the fear of printing is messing up or sending out for an image and it's coming back magenta. A lot of that comes from early home printers like Epsons and Canons and whatever, where you spend $30 of ink trying to get a picture to look halfway decent. Along comes companies like yours where, like you said, there's scientists and technicians on the back end that will make sure that that image looks great, provided you send them the right thing. How does that work? So no, go for it. What were you gonna say?
I would say we work with photographers. So
Hmm.
on the Duggal Visual Solutions side, and I know we'll kind of go into a little bit of backstory, but with Duggal Visual Solutions, we have an entire sales staff that works with our clients on opening up files, and they'll consult you through the process of what your image should look like. So I had a conversation even earlier today, is if you're printing your file on a natural canvas, it's going to look very different than if you're putting it onto a bright white material.
Right.
And the color is going to shift. So there's really hard ways, it's hard to determine without maybe doing tests or working with the technicians. I know we'll talk a bit about Shop Duggal as well, which
Yeah.
works primarily in a photo space that you have access to at home. You can also look at your prints, call us, talk to us about them, and know that our technicians are looking at them before they're produced.
Yeah, it sounds like a partnership, right? Versus a vendor customer relationship. It sounds like a three-legged race, which is why I wanted to chat with you guys. So one of the other things before we dive into the shop area, give us a little glimpse into the history of the company Duggal Visual Solutions. How did it arrive on the scene, and what was the problem that you guys were attempting to solve that no one else had addressed yet?
Sure. Well, Duggal Visual Solutions is over 55 years old. When it was started, the late owner, Baldev Duggal, he began producing prints in his apartment and providing exceptional quality photo prints for top name photographers. And it kind of just escalated from there. And year after year, we focused in on new technologies. Even Baldev was part of the development team for the dip and dug process for photo processing,
Hmm.
which kind of skyrocketed him into just being known in the industry. They really focused on the craft to make sure that everything was turning out beautifully. And then when the tides had changed and went a little bit more digital, the company heavily invested in digital technologies. And now we have the largest amount of digital photographic processors, to my knowledge, on the entire North America,
Wow.
if not the world. We're constantly having a lot of bandwidth to be able to pump out tons and tons of photo prints for our clients. But between that digital and working even more into signage and moving forward into digital signage and CGI and photo retouching. So the Duggal Visual Solutions brand has transformed into kind of like a powerhouse of options and solutions for photographers, designers, as well as businesses from retail to hospitality, or even working with architects or interior designers. They provide wallpaper, they provide dye sublimation printing,
Oh,
Vibrochrome,
wow.
which is different. So from that to trade shows to transforming spaces, we've been able to really handle a ton and really work with our clients to find the right solution, because there's just so many services. We've actually broken Duggal down into probably 12 main solution brackets with services within them, to help kind of navigate, I guess, the space. But Duggal is capable of really taking a photograph or an idea or maybe an exhibition or a design and really crafting it with our clients to find out the right way to do it within the right budget.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting, because that you kind of answered my follow-up question, which was what different, because you're playing in a highly competitive landscape, right? Because you've got all kinds of lab competitors out there, and different options for where photographers can go to get from their screen, Lightroom Capture One or whatever, out to a final print. But it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe sharpen it to a finer point. So what you guys are doing is providing, it sounds like a universe of solutions beyond what you would normally see at a traditional lab. Like you mentioned, wallpaper and supporting graphic designers and that sort of thing. Is that sort of the nugget? Am I hitting it right there?
Yeah. I guess the best way to explain it, and it's really the reason why we introduced the Shop Duggal brand, is Duggal Visual Solutions now has so many different types of services that we can provide. A photographer can walk in off the street and decide, hey, I want to transform my gallery space into having custom wallpaper up on the wall, or have metal prints, or maybe I want to retouch my images and have it so that it can be in a three-dimensional lenticular print. We can really work with people on so many different areas, and a lot of them wanted a bit more consultation, a bit more kind of walking you through. So we kind of decided to divide it into more consumer centric, as well as a consultative centric I guess model.
Yeah.
And what Shop Duggal allows people to do, it's very consumer friendly, where it allows you to get access to the exceptional quality printing for the company, but it's more, I guess, consumer related materials. So you'll have photo books or Vibrachrome metal prints, gallery plexi mounts, canvases, photo prints. So you'll get that caliber of printing from Duggal Visual Solutions, but at a less expensive cost, because you're kind of doing it yourself. You're kind of utilizing the website to help crop your images, find out the right resolution and things like that. And we really took a lot of information that we've received from feedback from our clients to really craft it to make it as easy as possible. And as my team in the e-commerce side, we focus on that feedback moving forward. So as anyone interacts with the website, we're just a phone call away. We want to hear comments and what you like, what you don't like, so that we can constantly improve on it. And that's really the method, I think, of Duggal in general, is that we've always wanted to improve, and we've always wanted to listen to what you guys need.
Yeah.
Clients might bring up an idea that we've never even thought about, what we could do for it. And the next thing you know, you have a packaged product that is a perfect solution for more than one person. And it's we'll invest when there's a need for it, and it's driven by our clients.
And it's like we said, it's a partnership. So is there a sort of sort of an ascending flow for people that come in, say they just want to tip their big toe in the water and get a photo book or a couple prints and kind of see how the system works? And that's sort of the consumer side. And then later, as they become a gigantic professional Andy Leibovitz level photographer, you get right, which you got. Then you guys assigned. Is not to put words in your mouth, but do you assign sort of a consultant to help them and work with them on the next gallery showing in New York City, Soho or something? Or how does that piece of it work?
Sure. Well, yeah, a lot of the people who have come across Shop Duggal, if it's not someone who's already familiar with the brand and they just tried it out, they want to see what their images are going to look like with Duggal's printing capabilities. And like I said, at a fraction of the cost of what maybe they're heard of or used to for Duggal, because it's always been about that whole consultative side. But if they like the experience, or if they've realized that maybe I want something a bit more custom, maybe I need it to deckled edges on my print, or maybe I want a different type of frame, maybe a reclaimed wood, a barn wood that we may not have on the website, we always would say, that's not a problem. It's something we can offer you, but let me just get you over to a consultant. And it's either on a direct sales rep side, where you talk to the same person all the time, or you kind of go be part of a customer service team that can also help step in whenever the other person might not be available.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I want to get started now. I want to send some images over.
Well, definitely try it out. And and I also tell people that if you're not quite sure even where to start on what to print, we offer sample boxes on Shop Duggal as well, that you can get a whole little kit of the photo prints or the inkjet prints if you want to see some of the canvas materials. I think they're $15, $20, and $25. It might be a $30 one, but get a whole collection. The $30 I think is all the materials. And then you're just holding them. You can get a sense of what material it feels like, the colors and how it looks on that material. And it helps as well. And you can call and talk to us.
Oh, that's fantastic. So with the sample box, is that printed from my image, or is it a sample image that you guys provide?
It's a sample image that we provide, that we've printed on like a pre-selected materials that are
Sure.
offered on the site.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of like a quick look. It's shipped out same day that we receive the order. So orders are placed, we get them the next morning, but we'll ship them out same day, and you'll get them in whatever amount of time you want shipping wise. And the best thing about Shop Duggal, which I don't know if you know, but it is free shipping. We do
I did
free
not know that.
domestic shipping, ground shipping, and then we also have 2-day and priority overnight for domestic, but then we offer international shipping as well.
Wow. And I noticed you guys have live chat on the site as well. How does the live chat piece work?
Sure. Yeah. If you click live chat, I could probably give you an idea of one of the few people that may answer. They're right here outside. Our team is here to answer questions. You can either call us, you can live chat. Our team for Shop Duggal is available 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 most days to be able to help out. And then our customer service staff, which is a different phone line. If you scroll down to the bottom of the screen, there's 2 different ways to contact us. It's down in the footer.
Let's see. I'm going down here. Okay, I'm at the bottom.
So you'll be able to see, you have Duggal services and custom orders, which will get you to that sales rep, that side. And if you need to contact us on the tech side, maybe you're having a problem with the website or you're not quite sure of something, you can either call, email, or click on live chat. Now, the live chat will also direct you to a sales consultant if you need them as well.
Fantastic.
But our first few questions are, what are you looking for, so that we get you to the right person? It might be on the Shop Duggal side. It might be on the Duggal side.
That's great. That is great. So talk to me about the turnaround time, because a lot of photographers are, everything's an emergency, right? So I need this yesterday because my client just said they needed it. How do you guys, are there different tiers of shipping speeds, sort of like Amazon Prime, or is it just sort of one size fits all? How does that piece work?
Sure. That's a great question. So there's a couple different options. So with Shop Duggal, there are set turnaround times for the production of the products. So anything that's ordered before 3 a.m. the following day is processed right there in the morning and gets right into production. If it's a photo print, they are produced same day and shipped out that afternoon. If they're inkjet prints, they're 2 days and then they're shipped out the afternoon. These are all based on business days for Shop Duggal. Mm-hmm. Canvas prints, Vibrochrome prints, which are our metal prints, those are 4 to 5 business days. And our frames are 6 to 7 business days. And at those times, then they're shipped out either ground, 2-day, overnight, based on what you need, or international. And if we determine through conversations with a client that you need it faster than that, what we wind up doing is bringing you over to the Duggal side. We'll contact a consultant who can work out rush abilities and finding out timelines for you and what that would be. Sometimes there are rush charges that would come along with that, but they're the ones that can make sure that they get done in time if it's something that's shorter than what our normal turnaround time is.
Got it. And, I was looking at the video on your website, and it was sort of showing the gentleman that was doing the packaging and all that stuff. Fantastic. That's a serious level of attention to detail on the packaging. So kudos to that guy. So I want him packaging my order when it comes in. Okay.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I mean, he's been with the company for a long time, and everyone on the staff here is so detail oriented. We always want to make sure that from the time it comes in, that the file came in the right way. Sometimes we'll call, hey, did you mean this? Just check in. And then all the way down to the packing team. They're there to make sure that every item is in there. If it's an installation sheet, so you know how to hang your work, or if it's just details to make sure that it was packaged correctly so it gets to you. Everyone knows that with shipping, you have sometimes some difficulties through the mail, but, our team is, constantly working towards making it even more and more protected so that it shows up to your door just as perfect as it is when it leaves.
That is fantastic. Well, very cool, very cool. So let's switch gears and talk about the birthday celebration, right? So you guys are doing an online promotion through the store with discounts and all that kind of stuff, and all this cool stuff that we just talked about for the most part. So tell me about that first, and what does that look like for the end consumer?
Sure. Yeah, we're really excited. We're celebrating our first birthday with the online ability, and we crafted a whole campaign around a fun kind of birthday prize wheel, so that everyone who interacts with our brand, either through maybe an email we sent out or some of our social media, or even on our homepage, as you could see. You're able to click into a page that allows you to spin a wheel, and we're offering discounts on everything pretty much on the site, so that there's something for everyone.
Hmm.
But there's also some really awesome like special prizes, like 50% off your whole order, or even some a free 8x10 if you just wanted to try us out. So it all really kind of depends on what you land on, but it's kind of a fun twist to how to celebrate. It's quote unquote our birthday, but we want to give you the prize.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's cool. So you guys are you guys excited about this first birthday thing? Or is it just like, here's let's market this, or is it a real celebration happening over there?
We enjoy every milestone we come across, and since our launch, we've offered new sizes, we've
Yeah.
offered new materials. We're working on right now a whole bunch of new product types that we want to launch next year, and every time we reach something like this, we kind of look back,
Yeah.
and say, wow, we've already come a long way and received a ton of great feedback. And this, of course, we're going to celebrate.
Yeah, of
We're
course.
happy that our clients are happy, and it's something that they wanted. It was something that we can only hope to be able to, like make sure that it would work for them. So we go and base it on some feedback, but to really hear that it's making a difference, that people are trying our brand for the first time and they're feeling that they have the ability to just test the waters and things, or be able to get, be able to kind of manage their whole album online and be able to do quick reorders and have to do it, very quick and efficiently at any time of the day, which is one of the things that, in any customer service team, you have certain hours that you're in house. So our consultative team is fantastic, but now in the middle of the night, if you want to have photo prints, you can go online and submit,
That's fantastic.
and internationally, any time of day. Um,
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Like you said, you guys have something to be celebrating. So congratulations on all that and your first
the
year.
team
Hopefully,
here, I
this
couldn't
this is
have
the
done it
first and this is the first of several decades of years that you'll be celebrating this birthday, right? And you're surrounded by your team right now. They're probably just off camera looking at you and making faces, I bet.
better.
I love it. Hi guys, tell them I said hi.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's next? So after this promotion and the birthdays behind you, and what does the remainder of 2019 and into 2020 look like for the company?
Sure. We're crafting a lot of great sales and promos, and hopefully introducing even a couple of surprise last minute products before the holidays. But we're really gearing up to offer our best sales yet. So, I would suggest that everyone who's interested in following us to either sign up for our newsletter. We send fantastic information out that are just industry news and educational based articles, as well as just you know looking back at some other projects that people have done, and how they've been able to transform either their show or their home into an art gallery themselves, through the website. And those people who signed up for the newsletter also receive our promos, so you can stay in the loop.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So they can just head over to the website, which I'm showing on the screen, and that's shop shopduggal.com. Shop duggal.com. And you'll see all the stuff that we talked about on today's interview, as well as on that front page is a sign up for the newsletter, all that good stuff. Very cool. Very cool. You got a lot to be excited about, Heather. So
Well, thank you.
That is really cool. Congratulations from This Week in Photo, from the TWiP family to your family. Congratulations on this stuff. And yeah, any parting shots you want to throw out at people before we end the interview?
Just I could say is if you have any questions or you want to find out more, again, reach out to us, live chat, phone, email. You can contact me directly. It's just heather@duggal.com. Nice and easy. Feel free, ask us about us. Tell us your feedback. That's all I can say. It's what makes it that much better each day that we continuously develop on.
Love it. Love it. Hey, last question. Where are you guys located? Where are you physically based?
Sure. Well, we have production houses throughout the Brooklyn Navy Yard. We have a sales office in Manhattan. So if you wanted to come in to meet with our customer service team, it's at 43 West 24th Street in Manhattan. We also have production facilities in Portland, Oregon, and have sales reps that can reach you pretty much across the U.S.
Very cool. Very cool.
Awesome. Production here in Brooklyn, though.
Yeah. I figured you guys are cool. All the cool kids live out there. I don't know. It's the East Coast cool is out there. I'm in California, so we have a different kind of cool. Well, cool. Heather, thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you. Again, Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We'll see you next time. Take care. This is TWiP.